Welcome to another Tag Team Talent Search podcast, the podcast that focuses on talent from around the world. And here's the guy that's produced live and television entertainment for the last 40 years, and he's going to be the host of the show, for goodness sakes. Here he is, Scott Edwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast, Tag Team Talent Podcast. And we're so excited to have you. We have 3 amazing videos, very funny ones, to share with you. And speaking of funny, one of the guys that's the best when it comes to comedy and magic, in fact, voted Comic Magician of the Year, ladies and gentlemen, Larry Wilson!
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining me as a co-host this week.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Larry not only is a talented comic magician and has years of stage and TV time, he also is the man behind the Wilson Method. And if you want to hear more about that, you have a podcast.
Yes, I do. It's called How to Talk to Humans.
That's a perfect name.
Thank you. I thought it was pretty good.
It is about business, personal lives, and communication. So How to Talk to Humans makes perfect sense.
That's right. If you're a vampire, if you're a zombie, if you're an extraterrestrial, I can't help you. But humans, yes.
Well, we're so happy to have you on the show. And you, the audience, we have 3 amazing videos.
Oh, yeah.
We can jump into it.
All right.
Our first is a stand-up comic. He never worked for me, but he sent me this video. He's very talented. He's still out working, but it looks like he's had a bit of experience. You may have heard of him. His name's Don McHenry, and he was recently in concert, did a video, and sent it to me. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear a little stand-up comedy by Don McHenry.
Thank you. Good to be here, because I just got back from Selma, Alabama. You ever been to Selma, Alabama? I got 2 words about Selma, Alabama. Don't go. And it's not really a bad place, but they put me up, and usually I get put up at nicer places. They put me up, and I'm not making this up, put me up at a Motel 12. Have you even heard of a Motel 12? I had never heard of one. I stayed there like a week. I know how it got its name. It's twice as dumpy as a Motel 6. They do the math for you. Been traveling. I travel a lot. I got to go to Las Vegas the next month. The next month is June. And have you ever been to Las Vegas in June or the summer? Oh, it's ridiculous. It's too hot. I've been to Vegas a lot of times, but I've only been there 3 times during the summer. And I know you don't need me to hold up 3 fingers to know what 3 means. But it's a habit I have. I have the finger to the number thing. A lot of people have that. It's an annoying habit. You can't ask a person, they can't answer a question without the requisite number of fingers. Hey, how many kids you got? Oh, just the 2. But I have the same habit. But Vegas summer, I was there last July, and I am not making this up, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been there, you know I'm telling the truth. It was 118 degrees.
I was wondering where he was going with that.
I knew he had to pay that off.
Driving around Vegas. You know what I saw last time I was in Vegas? I saw a Las Vegas high school. And I'm thinking, I would have loved to go to Las Vegas high school. You know, you get your math test back. What, do you get a 64? Hit me. 88? I'll stick.
Funny.
I'm flying a lot now. I hate the flying. You know what I hate worse than getting through the airport? Everything, airlines now, they charge for everything. Everything is extra. Nothing is free. I made a reservation recently. I'm talking to a woman on the phone. I go, that sounds like a good price. I'll take it. And she goes, would you like a seat with that? I go, what, am I made of money? A seat, it's only a 24-hour flight. I can stand. Thank you. They charge for luggage. That gets my goat. I don't even know what that means. I don't have a goat. I don't want a goat. Even if I had a goat, I wouldn't want to eat. It'd be very easy to get my goat, really. All you would have to do is say, hey, could I have your goat? And I would say, you got it. But charging for luggage just seems wrong on every level of the deal you're making. You know, I'm leaving where I live, going someplace I don't live. I like to bring a few things, but you can't get around it. You ever try to get on an airplane without luggage? All kind of bells and whistles go off on that one. They take you in the back. They treat you like you're leaving the country to join ISIS. They give you that search, or what I call the full Monty. And then they have the attitude, why don't you have luggage? I'll tell you why I don't have any luggage. Because it's cheaper for me to buy new stuff when I get where I'm going. than to pay you for the stuff I already own.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Don McHenry.
Funny.
Live on stage doing some stand-up comedy. And what's interesting about his way of presenting his stand-up is that he's going down a joke path, and he'll go off and do something funny and then ends up back on it.
Right.
Right? And that there's a talent to that.
Oh my God, yeah. It looks completely improvisational, but it is not. It's obviously carefully crafted.
And it was so funny because the finger thing got me. And
Right.
then, of course, he had the payoff.
Right. Well, both you and I, we didn't say anything, but both of us look at that and think, well, this has to pay off.
Yeah, because there was no joke.
There's no joke there.
How many kids do you have? 2.
Yeah, so he's setting us up, and I couldn't figure out where it was going. And then, of course, it got an explosive laugh from us when he paid it off.
Well, that was the very funny Don McEnery. He just shot that at a concert recently. You'll find him on some TV specials. He's still out performing. We appreciate him sending us the video. But we have some more for you.
Oh, my God.
I know, it's hard to believe.
It's an embarrassment of riches.
This gentleman is a comic musician, and what's interesting is that he's been performing since back in the 80s and 90s, but he's still out performing today. In fact, he recently did a fundraiser with me. Very, very funny guy, Dennis Blair.
Oh.
He's a tremendous comic musician.
Funny,
And
funny,
he
funny.
sent me this video. Let's watch it and all enjoy his musical talents. Ladies and gentlemen, Dennis Blair.
It's happy. You'll sing along. You don't care what the words are. It doesn't matter what the lyrics are. As long as it's uplifting and happy, you will sing along. That's why everybody loves reggae. That's why everybody, except the people in this room, love reggae. Too late! By the way, I've noticed this about reggae. Every reggae song starts the same way. It's really weird. Translation, hide the shit, the cops are coming. Got that happy sound. Then the lyrics kick in, ruin everything. I want to punch you in the face, kick you in the head, throw you down the stairs, 'cause God is love. Doctor says I got 1 week to live. The hooker I was with tested positive. Don't worry. Oh, now you're singing. Great. Tap that ass, tap that. No. Goddamn music. I love it. Every decade, too. If you go, I got Sirius XM. I just got Sirius XM radio, put it in my car. You get every decade. They have every decade. And every decade, if you were to, like, substitute your own lyrics, it wouldn't matter. Lyrics don't matter. I mean, you go all the way back to the 50s. You have, by the way, 50s, one of my favorite decades. All right, 3 people there. Okay. I like to entertain 3 people at a time. That's what I like to do, folks. But, right, by the way, shortest song ever recorded was written in the 1950s. This is the shortest song ever written. Do you love me? No! Okay, that was the shortest. And you know, you had Elvis Presley. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing. I appreciate that. Elvis, by the way, if Elvis was alive today, he would be doing commercials now. Because they take all the old songs, they turn them into commercials. Elvis would have done Taco Bell. Well, since my baby left me, I'm going to Taco Bell. I had the bean burrito and I don't feel so well. I feel like, my baby. I feel like, guess I should have gone to Burger King. Oh, yeah. Elvis for Taco Bell.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dennis Blair live on stage. Man, he is funny and not a bad musician.
Oh, no, obviously he knows exactly what he's doing. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Dennis tour for years with George Carlin?
Yes, he
That's what I
toured
thought.
for 13 years with George Carlin, but he also worked with Rodney Dangerfield. And in fact, he helped write the movie Easy Money.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, with Rodney. So a great history, but he's still out performing. This was recorded just a few months ago, and he sent us the video. We want to say thanks to Dennis for sending it to us, and I know everybody out there enjoyed it. And if you did, be sure to comment. And hey, while you're there, subscribe to the podcast.
Why not?
But you know what? There's more.
There can't be more.
Yes,
there
we have-
can't be more.
We have one
How could
more.
there be more?
We have one more
What
video.
the heck do you people want? It's not costing you anything. You're seeing this for free. What more could you expect?
Well, they're expecting the classic rewind. That's right.
Oh, sorry. Obviously.
Each
you're
and
right.
every week we
There's
showcase a video from back in my past when I produced TV and stage shows. And the classic rewind this week is a gentleman a lot of you will remember from the TV show Full House and then the remake Fuller House. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Coulier is our classic rewind. And I know you'll enjoy this. Wow. Are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, this week's classic rewind, Dave Coulier.
This does come into play. Sure, because while Dad was sitting in that rush hour traffic on the way home, his stomach was singing that happy little song. Well, we're off work and now we're gonna eat. Have some potatoes, have some meat.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Now he's home.
Oh my
He's got
God, I
to
was
deal
just
with you
thinking.
and Mom
Looks
first
like a
before
baby.
he can get to his food. So now he's looking at you. His stomach is still singing that little song. It's just that the lyrics have changed now as he's looking at you. Well, you're off work and now you're gonna eat your potatoes and have meat. You'll slap his butt right into his head. Maybe you'll even kill him dead. Right? And your mom's sitting there trying to bribe him. Honey, just have a potato. I don't want a potato. Right, so now they started on you. Right? Mom's laying out all the stuff you did during the course of the day. And Dad's asking you if you did that stuff. He's like, and you can't lie. You're like. So Dad's talking to you and he starts giving you those little love taps into the back of your head. He's like, then Mom starts getting into it. You know, pretty soon they've got a little tennis match going with your skull. Mom is serving over to Dad. Dad's returning with incredible backhand shots. Right? You know, and I mean, you fly right out of the room. Your sister runs in like the ball boy, and he broke my bike too. Back onto that court for you. I was so stupid too. I would stand next to my father. When I was a little kid, I would stand, you know, I was about this tall, right? And my dad's hand was always in his pocket. We never knew for what reason, but it was always there. My dad was so quick out of that, you know, I would stand next to him goofing off, and he was like, hey, quit it. What the heck? My dad's like, I said, quit it. I'm going, Dad, somebody's whipping jujubes at my head. Figure this out. And dads love to pull practical jokes. My dad was like, hey, pull my finger. Whoa! You're 50, Dad. You're 50 years old, Dad. Sometimes my dad will have to fart so bad I'll go, pull my arm right now. Pull my entire arm. Well, Dad, you're going to fly out of that Barker lounger one way or another, aren't you? What happened to the plastic covers on the furniture, Dad? Did you melt them?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dave Coulier back from my club's 10th anniversary. So that would have been 1990.
Oh, my
and
God.
He and Bob Saget came in to help celebrate 10 years.
Saget.
Yeah, and Dave, not only a very funny stand-up comic, but he does impressions, he does sound effects. He's done a lot of work in the cartoon world, but it was great to have this old video to share with you on Classic Rewind. Well, Larry Wilson, we've had 3 amazing videos.
Yes, you have.
And I thank you so much for being here.
Well, you should.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had a little stand-up comedy with Don McHenry.
Yeah.
We had some comedy music with Dennis Blair, and of course our classic rewind, Dave Coulier. But the exciting part for me, my good friend, comic magician, Larry Wilson, and I think we alluded to it, but he has a podcast, How to Talk to Humans.
Yes.
So be sure to check that out. We want to thank you for being here this week. We'll be back next week with some more great videos to share from around the world. Why not?
It's incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining
show.
us. We'll see you next week. Thanks, Larry.
My pleasure.
Bye.
See ya.
Thanks for watching the Tag Team Talent Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you'll never miss the next big talent reveal. And don't forget to write in the comments below which performer you thought was best in this episode. We love hearing from you. See you soon.